Hi, I'm Mike Driscoll, the president of Indiana University of Pennsylvania, and it's my pleasure to talk to you today about a great partnership that illustrates a lot of what's right with IUP. We're very pleased to have our students working with Renda Broadcasting to provide you with video broadcast of Heritage Conference football games. Our students are working side by side with professionals in the industry, are making real-world discoveries, learning how to do the business of an actual broadcast, and we know that when they walk out the door, they'll be ready to go to work and be productive immediately. It's a great service, and it's a great way to feature our community athletic teams. Thanks very much.
This is Mark Burdick, Vice President and General Manager of Renda Broadcasting. I hope you're enjoying tonight's telecast of our Heritage Conference Game of the Week. We at Renda Broadcasting are very proud of our partnership with the IUP Communications Media Department and the Heritage Conference. High school football is a part of the fabric of Western Pennsylvania, and every week our 4 radio stations here in Indiana County feature a game. Homer Center Wildcats play on AM 1160 WCCS, the Indiana High Little Indians on AM 1450 WD. The Blairsville Bobcats on Cat Country 106.3 FM, and U92.5 features a different game every week involving Heritage Conference teams. U92 is also the home of the IUP Crimson Hawks and the Pittsburgh Penguins. We're receiving tremendous feedback on our telecasts and are enjoying working with the talented IUP Communications Media students who are making this production the success that it's turned out to be. So we hope you enjoy our coverage, and I thank you for supporting the student athletes who work so hard both in and out of the classroom. Enjoy the game.
From Memorial Field in Homer City, welcome to our IUP TV Heritage Conference Game of the Week. With Ward Hilliard, I'm Mark Burdick. Tonight, a battle of the unbeatens. The Homer Center Wildcats and Penns Manor Comets, both 8-0. And Ward, Memorial Field's played to a lot of great games through the years, but this may be the biggest regular season game ever here.
Well, it certainly is in my memory, and that's quite a while. It's going to be great. It's been great all week. I'm sure you've experienced the same thing, Mark. We've gone out in the community, and everybody you see is talking about this game. There's going to be an atmosphere here like I don't think we've ever seen.
You have to go back to 1962, 51 years ago, through the research I've done, for 2 Indiana County teams, both 8-0, entering Week 9. And ironically, it was the same 2 teams. You're a little bit older than I am. You happen to be at Old Clymer Field.
Yeah, I did. I was there, and it was really a hyped up atmosphere. And as everybody knows, then the game ended in a classic brawl. That's exactly what it was. Homer won the game 14-0. They had only given up 7 points, that team, for the entire year, and it broke out into a brawl, and they're still talking about it.
Back then, there were no playoffs. This game has huge implications. The winner will claim the Heritage Conference Championship. Penns Manor owns a couple of those back to when the conference was formed in 2000. They've come recently. Homer Center is looking to pick up their first. They hope to do it tonight.
This is their best shot. They've been talking about this team since they did not win a game a couple of years ago. They were building toward this. This is their opportunity. The big hope, if you're a Homer fan, is that they don't get too hyped up to where they start making mistakes. That's the big concern.
And District 6 Class A rankings, they're tied for first place. Whoever ends up on top will have at least 1, maybe 2 playoff games should they win that first one. So it has huge District 6 Class A playoff implications as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And we can't forget that Homer still has a very tough road game next week at Portage. So it's nice to talk about winning tonight. They've got to be able to look ahead to the next week's game as well. But this is really going to be the culmination of a great season if they can pull it up.
We are getting close to the kickoff very quickly. Both of these teams very prolific, rushing the football. Penns Manor 303 yards a game. Homer Center 299. What has to happen for the Comets to walk out of here with a victory tonight? What has to happen for Homer Center?
I think it's like any game, Mark. I think neither team can afford a turnover. I think one of the things that has to happen is you have to take care of the football. That's primary. I'm sure the coaching staff's already done that and talked to their players. And Homer's got to have some success moving it on the ground. If they can do that, it's going to be tough on Penns Manor and vice versa. Penns Manor's got to do the exact same thing. They're more run-oriented, but as you saw against Ligonier Valley, when they had to pass, they sure did pass. 33 seconds down the field, and they scored. So, wow, this sets up to be a great one.
And that particular game was right here on IUP TV as well. Ward, the talk is over. It's time to play some football. We're going to have the opening kickoff right after this, right here on IUP TV. Tonight's game is a presentation of the IUP Communications Media Department, Renda Broadcasting, and the Heritage Conference, and is being brought to you by Octo Sport Grip. If you play basketball, baseball, football, or volleyball, you need to give Octo Sport Grip a try. It will give you the same tact feel you get when you first grip, catch, or throw a brand new leather ball. And it works great on the bottom of your shoes for exceptional court grip. For more information, visit info@octosportgrip.com. Indiana Regional Medical Center and IRMC at Chestnut Ridge, where moments matter. And by Luther Ford Lincoln in Homer City. Luther Ford is supporting breast cancer awareness by donating $100 for every car sold this month. If you come to Luther Ford, you'll buy at Luther Ford in Homer City.
You're watching Heritage Conference Tuesday Night Football, brought to you by the Communications Media Department of IUP and Renda Broadcasting. Tonight, the Heritage Conference Championship is on the line as the Penns Manor Comets visit the Homer Center Wildcats, next on IUP.
Back with you at Memorial Field. Thank you very much, Michael. Homer Center Wildcats won the toss and deferred. That's what they like to do. Word with the officials, the Tri-County chapter.
Yeah, they got Greg Hoover as the referee. We got, looks like Adam Lambert is the umpire. The linesman is John Garibaldi. Line judge Ralph Miller. Side judge is Bill Esposito. Field judge Joe Steffen. And the back judge will be Brandon Hoover. So, yeah, they're Tri-Counties. It sounds like they got a mixed bag there. I know Bill Esposito works a lot with the Blairsville crew.
Ian Lee approaches the football. The Wildcats in their home blacks. And a kick taken at the 22-yard line by Nathan Dunn, the hero of that victory down at Ligonier Valley. His time expired. Billy Grzanek on the tackle as he reaches the 35-yard line, and that's where Penns Manor will take over at their own 35.
Yeah, Billy's starter linebacker, but you know, you got to have those key players on your kick team, and he and certainly a couple of the other guys play. I think Matt McAdoo also is on that kick team just to keep it from turning into a track meet.
Lucas Kowalski, who's done just fine, taking over for Danny Behrens with wings left and right. Fullback Ethan Marshall, and they're going to hand it to Marshall, hit right at the line of scrimmage, and down he goes as Luke Monco, the big 6'2", 252-pound left tackle, wraps him up. And right near the line of scrimmage, they're going to give him a half a yard of forward progress. Very quickly, Ward, the Penns Manor offense, 303 yards rushing per game, 65 passing, 368 total, first in the conference. The Wildcat defense, second in the conference, allowing 11 points a game, 115 yards rushing, 82 passing, 197 yards overall. They send Nathan Dunn, sophomore receiver, to the left, and Kowalski going to boot to his left. Grzanek on the blitz, and down he goes. He couldn't get to the edge as Homer Center brought pressure. WA, that's something that we normally don't see from Homer Center a lot.
Well, we talked about it last week, and they said Billy Grzanek was one of the reasons that Fennell, the quarterback for Ligonier, was having trouble because he was blitzing. And there he saw the play, read the play. Whether he was going to run blitz or not, I don't know, Mark, but he was in that backfield very quickly.
He loses 2 yards back to the 33-yard line. It'll be third down and 12. Receiver to the right for the Comets is Mumah. Kowalski rolls to his right, throws across the grain, has a receiver, going to be a yard short of the first down. The tight end Gavin Grimaldi on the catch.
Well run play, roll out right, two blockers, and that gave Lucas a lot of time to look over the field. He found his tight end. I'm sure they're going to punt here. It's too early to try pick up a first down and give Homer field position, but nice job Colby Skoltedi on that tackle.
Colby Skoltedi on the tackle. for Homer Center. The punter is Ethan Marshall. He's a good one. He averages over 35 yards a punt. Long snapper for the Comets. Well, it's not, they gave me Luke Ruddick, but that's not right.
That's
52, I believe.
52, you're right.
Christian Marshall. And Marshall gets the kick away, and the kick hits at the 20. He's going to take a Comet bounce back near the 11-yard line, where it's touched down by Penns Manor's Louis Tate.
Excellent kick by Marshall. That ball took off on a line, and he got it to turn over a little bit, and it caught Brzezinski by surprise. He was unable, boy, he'll get there, unable to field it. It's one of my pet peeves is that the kids receiving punts don't, but that time Aaron just was out of position, could not catch it.
45-yard punt, no return, so the Wildcats start at their own 12-yard line. 9:40 to play, and the give off the right side. Newhouse hit and dropped after a short gain.
Boy, early on, it's looking just like we said it would be looking. Tough sledding in the middle.
Brandon Alter on the stop for the Penns Manor Comets, a 6'3", 235-pound junior. Actually, when you go with the tell of the tape, and did that, Penns Manor averages about 5 pounds per person more and about 2/10 of an inch taller across the line.
You have too much time on your hands.
Wildcats second down and 9, I formation. McAdoo the motion man, and Brzezinski going to roll to his right, throws underneath, has Bentz. Bentz tackled at about the 18-yard line, well shy of a first down, but more manageable for Homer Center. Louis Tate on the tackle for the Comets, the left cornerback, who has a couple of interceptions to his credit.
Yeah, nice play by Louis. He stuck right with Bentz there. There was nobody on that side. If Jimmy breaks that tackle, he's got nothing but sideline for quite a while.
Penns Manor's defense has allowed only 66 yards per game rushing, but they have allowed 97 yards per game passing, 163 yards overall, first in the conference. Twin receivers to the left, McAdoo and Schoolteddy, and they're going to run a toss left to McAdoo. He's going to try to get to the corner, but Penns Manor steps up. He breaks a tackle, leans close to the first down, but I think he's going to be a little bit shy at the 21 or 22-yard line.
That was Mike Newhouse, Mark, on the top.
Who did I say?
McAdoo.
Oh, McAdoo. I'm sorry, Newhouse. Nathan Dunn on the tackle. Yeah, certainly was Mike Newhouse. And they're going to bring the chains across for a measurement. We'll step out, 8:12 to play.
It's the most anticipated concert of the year, a B.E. Taylor Christmas, coming to the Kowalczyk Complex, December 20th. The B.E. Taylor Christmas Concert.
Feel the love of Christmas. It's never out of style.
Renda Broadcasting's Teddy Bear Fund Drive, in cooperation with S&T Bank, present a very special evening at the Kowalczyk Complex.
Oh, come all ye faithful.
December 20th.
Did you know that your baby...
Come share in this breathtaking celebration of holiday spirit. Tickets are on sale now.
So this is Christmas.
Tickets for a B.E. Taylor Christmas are on sale now at 1-800-298-4200 or online at KowalczykComplex.com. The magic of a B.E. Taylor Christmas returns December 20th.
At Memorial Field, Mike Newhouse with the stretch managed to pick up that first down, and that, my friends, is huge. If you're a Homer fan, that gets them a little bit out of the hole. They're across the 20 at the 22, setting up shop, first down. Let's see what they can do now.
They have Schoolteddy as a receiver to the left. Colby, 10 receptions this season. One man in the backfield, that's Ian Lee, and he takes the pitch, and Lee, again, the running very tough. He'll gain a yard or two. On the tackle is Stephen Dunn, first on the team with tackles with 84, 5'10", 236-pound inside linebacker.
Yeah, I was just seeing who was over there on that defensive end position, because they did an excellent job of forcing Ian to turn into the pressure and not held him to just a 1-yard gain. Boy, Ligonier had him pretty well bottled up as well, but, you know, it only takes one time for Ian.
Second down and 9, only a yard to the 23-yard line. Ball in the right hash. Homer Center operating right to left as we view it. Short drop, throwing out in the flat, and it's through the hands of McAdoo at the 26-yard line with Louis Tate on the coverage, so the Cats will have 3rd down and 9.
Just a little bit high for Matt, and I think he kind of took his eye off because he wanted to turn upfield quick. It's a quick out pass. Just sailed a little bit on Aaron, so now Homer with a long 3rd down here, 3rd and 9.
From their own 23 with 7:20 on the scoreboard clock in the first quarter. Penns Manor went 3 and out on their first possession, got a nice 45-yard punt that Homer couldn't field. Wildcats have picked up 1 first down, but still deep in their own territory with a 3rd down and 9. And they're going to run a draw. With it is Lee, and Lee, a short gain, but will be stopped well shy of the first down. On the stop for the Comets, Andrew Samoji for the Comets, the defensive end. So Penns Manor not forward, and Homer Center will have to punt it away.
Yeah, but again, a good job by the Comet D, and it is tough sledding, is it not? Both ways. Might be an advantage. I think the Comet's going to get the better of this change of possessions here, Mark, unless Mike Newhouse can get a hold of one here.
Kowalski and Bailey Mumaw back deep to receive the punt, and Newhouse gets it away. It's an end-over-ender, hits at the 40, takes not much of a bounce, and it's touchdown at the 38, where the Comets will take over. When we return, we're scoreless. Back after this on the 1160 WCCS MSA IUP TV Sports Network.
October 31st, the Indiana Lions Club Fun Fest will take place at Mack Park Fairgrounds. Beginning at 3 p.m., the event includes a car show, treats, refreshments, DJ, band, and fireworks to finish the night. This display will be the largest display Indiana County has seen.
Back with you from their own 38-yard line. They send Mumaw in motion, and the ball is loose. It's on the ground, and Homer Center has it. There's our first mistake of the football game. Let's see. I think it's Colby Skolteddy that recovered that fumble. A mix-up in the backfield.
Yeah, exactly what it was, Mark. Kowalski took the snap, and it looked like a handoff to Louis Tate, but they kind of ran into each other. They didn't kind of run into, they did run into each other, and that knocked the ball loose. And the first break of the ball game goes to the Wildcats. They are now inside the 35 at about the 33 of Penns Manor. They're in 4-down territory.
33-yard line, the line of scrimmage. From the shotgun, everybody's in the backfield. Power I, and back to pass. It's Brzezinski going to air it out. It's intended for Bentz, and it's a flag. So a lot of bumping. Let's see who this goes on. I'm not going to assume it is on Penns Manor. They signaled pass interference on the Comets.
Ball kind of hung up, and Bentz was trying. Yeah, that was defensed well. Didn't fake anyone out. That's an old ploy there that Homer uses on a turnover. You go deep right off the bat.
That's a ploy. Let's be honest.
Yeah, I know, but I'm trying to give Greg a chance here.
Okay.
Get him out from under the shadow of his net. But that is an old trick that they used, and Penns Manor had it covered, but I think the ball hanging up caused them to grab Colby. So it's a 15-yard mark off. Homer moves down to, it looks like, the 18-yard line now, 1st and goal. Or 1st and 10, Mike. So they got 2 breaks already, Mark, so you got to cash those in a game like this.
Full house backfield, Brzezinski to the deep man, that is Ian Lee, and Lee backing his way to the 15-yard line. It'll be a gain of 3. Stephen Dunn on the tackle for the Penns Manor Comets.
You know, all year I've been commenting on the great push that Homer's offensive line has been getting, but they're certainly not getting that tonight. It's going to be a battle in there. Every yard is precious.
Ball just shy of the 15-yard line, so 2nd down and about 8 yards to go, really. They have Lee as a wingman to the left, McAdoo to the right. Lee's in motion. They fake the pitch to him. They give on a counter to McAdoo. McAdoo breaks a tackle, comes near sideline to the 10, to the 5, to the left pylon. Touchdown! Homer Center's on the board.
Boy, a great play on the counter.
And there's a penalty flag, too. It might be coming back with 5:41 to play in the first quarter. Is it 6-0 or not? We'll find out.
Ever since I was young, I've had a passion for being creative. Choosing IUP for interior design was an easy decision.
I wanted a school with smaller class sizes.
Cutting-edge technology. Access to the greatest internships.
A place where I could challenge myself while exploring my creative abilities.
IUP's interior design program has all of this and more. The program provided me with opportunities to get involved and gain the real-life experience I need to be successful. IUP Interior Design. Sometimes you just know. For more information, visit iup.edu.
Such a great no foul, Penn's Manor. Boy, that's great. McAdoo 16 yards on that touchdown run.
I'm not sure what that was. I don't know if anybody up here saw it, what it was, what the personal foul was. I know it's a personal foul, but well, anyway, we're going to have Ian Lee kicking. I'm going to shut up so we can see if he can get this through here with Brzezinski holding. Great run by Matt McAdoo.
Good call. Ian Lee's 19 of 27 kicking this year. Brzezinski the holder, Cody Miller long snapper.
They hit him out of bounds.
And the snap is put down and the kick is up and the kick is good from Ian Lee. So the teams come upfield. It was a late hit out of bounds on Penn's Manor. The Wildcats draw first blood in this football game with 5:41 to play in the first quarter. It is Homer Center 7 and the Penn's Manor Comets nothing on the 1160 WCCS MSA IUP TV Sports Network.
October 31st, the Indiana Lions Club Fun Fest will take place at Mack Park Fairgrounds. Beginning at 3 p.m., the event includes a car show, treats, refreshments, DJ, band, and fireworks to finish the night. This display will be the largest display Indiana County has seen.
Chevrolet drive summary for Homer Center off of the turnover. 3 plays, 33 yards. It took 51 seconds. Matt McAdoo, a 16-yard touchdown run for Homer Center. Now with the penalty, the Wildcats kick off at the 45-yard line, and there's a flag. Homer Center may have been offside. Good idea. They were kind of going for the onside kick attempt, just a little squibber. For McAdoo, by the way, his 4th rushing touchdown and 5th overall this season for the junior.
Did a nice job of shedding one tackle. I couldn't catch the number. It might have been Luke Ruddick that had a shot at him, and he kind of spun off of that and had some great blocking on the edge. And my thanks to Mr. Jim Cook down here for pointing out what the personal foul was. That he got hit late out of bounds. I did not see that.
First game we've done with the new windows at Memorial Field, kind of a little toastier in here. Now from the 50-yard line, Lee approaches the ball. Again, it's a squib kick. Big couple of bounces, and it's taken by Stephen Dumm. And Dumm is knocked down by Logan Bellman out over the 30 at about the 31-yard line.
Hey, isn't Logan Bellman developed as a player this year? Not a starter, but he's getting a lot of PT now, as Vitale would say, and he's making his name heard on special teams. Brian Gerhardt last week was big on special teams, and right now those are huge.
So Penn's Manor will start at their own 30-yard line. They have a receiver to the right, Ryan Cameron. I think that's 28. I was told he was out of the lineup, but he's back in there after missing a week. Give off the left side, Ethan Marshall, 5 yards to the 35 off of left tackle. On the stop for the Homer Center Wildcats, Billy Grzanek, along with Jim Bentz, with the Wildcats leading 7-0, 5:20 to play, clock moving in the first quarter.
Nice solid first down gain there for the Comets, and they came right back here. I know they want to put a drive together. Keep in mind, Homer was aided by a fumble and then a 15-yard penalty on that drive, not to put a damper on it, but they did take advantage of it, and that's what you got to do.
2nd down and 5. Under center, Lucas Kowalski. The center's John Stupik, that big offensive line. And Kowalski's going to keep it. Cuts it back, spins, I think, for a first down. Yeah, he's going to be out over the 40-yard line. See who has him as he approaches the 41. Sean Steffi on the stop for the Homer Center Wildcats, but the Comets move the chains.
Nice play there. Kowalski, nice job of following his blockers. I don't think he possesses the quickness of he doesn't. I mean, not too many do with the quickness of a Danny Ferentz, but he's a good solid runner, and he uses his blocking well. I can see that.
Kowalski, 119 rushes for 841 yards, 7 yards a pop, 18 rushing touchdowns, and he goes from the shotgun with the man in motion, and he's going to keep it right up the center of the field, and the Wildcats have him stacked up, and they push him back. He does well to get to the line of scrimmage, and that's about all. Luke Monco, Sean Steffi combine on that tackle for the Homer Center Wildcats. Absolutely no gain. It'll be 2nd down and 10 as we approach the 4-minute mark. Homer Center leading 7-zip.
Luke Monco told me he likes playing offense better than defense, but you could have fooled me. He has been a terror on that defensive line all year long.
Quickly out of town scoreboard, Indiana leading Hollidaysburg 7-0. Ligonier Valley over Northern Cambria 6-0. Under center is Kowalski. Ethan Marshall, the fullback. Louis Tate. They fake it to him. He boots to his left. Good protection. Now he's going to tuck it away and run. He gets to the 45 in front of the Comet bench, forced out of bounds. Ian Lee, Colby Schoolteddy for the Homer Center Wildcats. It looks like he'll be about 4, maybe 5 yards shy of the first down. It's going to depend on where he's out. And they're going to say at the 46-yard line. So it will be 3rd down and 5. Clock temporarily stopped at least.
Yeah, he was out of bounds. You know, nice job by Colby Schoolteddy. His first responsibility was Marshall out of the backfield, so he was floating with him and then had to release him to come up and take the tackle on Kowalski.
Cameron Wright, or Ryan Cameron, receiver to the right, and give no one. It's Kowalski keeping the ball, and he's going to be stopped 3 yards shy of the first down for Homer Center. Billy Grzanek and Lucas Monco again on the tackle. And now let's see what Bill Packer does. They spot him closer to the 49, Ward, but it's still 4th and a solid 2. And it looks like the punt team's coming up.
You do not give Homer a chance. As we've said, it has been tough inside. You might see one time, Mark, them try to draw Homer off. But again, and you still always got to be on the lookout for the fake.
Ethan Marshall stands at his own 37-yard line. Homer Center was victimized by a fake punt at Conemaugh Township. Lee and Brzezinski back. They snap it through, and Marshall does kick it away. Floating kick, and it's taken at the 22-yard line by Brzezinski, and Brzezinski, after a short return, is tackled on the far side of the field by Mitch Hamilton. And the Wildcats, with 2:44 to play in the first quarter, leading 7-0. And we should have a media timeout, but no signal from the referee yet. So they've forgotten 2 weeks in a row. How many yard punt there, Mr. Rossai? 30-yard punt.
Well, do you? We try. Homer setting up shop. Boy, this would be a great time to put together a long drive and pound it in.
1st and 10 from their own 26-yard line with an I formation behind Brzezinski. And they give to the fullback Newhouse. Nothing doing for Mike Newhouse. Big Luke Ruddick, 6'2", 250-pound tackle, was the reason that play didn't go for any yardage, maybe a yard to the 27.
Now, Luke, he was a big kid 2 years ago. We were covered him. I'm down on the sidelines talking. So there's some big boys out there. And he has been a solid lineman for them for all 4 years that he's played.
Approaching the 2-minute mark, 2:10 at first quarter action. Homer Center leading 7-0. They have flanker in Ian Lee this time from the shotgun pistol formation. They hand it to Newhouse. Bangs off the right side, out over the 30 to the 32-yard line, where he's met by Stephen Dumm, the leading tackler, as I mentioned. He's big for a linebacker at 236, and the Wildcats will be about 5 yards shy of the first down.
Good hard run inside by Mike. And again, this is what the Wildcats are going to have to do, Mark. They're going to have to take what they can get, to keep pounding, keep probing, look for that weakness, and then try to exploit it into the second half here. It's going to be, as I said, a real tussle inside.
Twins to the right and left. Again, pistol formation. And rolling to his right, Brzezinski, backside pressure coming, throws too tall for the intended receiver, Jim Bentz, and the Wildcats go 3 and out. They're going to have to send their punt team out with 1:24 to play in the first quarter.
Nice play out there by Louis Tate. He took good shot at Jimmy Benz, who had to leap up to catch that, or try to catch that, and took a pretty good shot there. So, not a game for the faint of heart here tonight, is it?
Mike Newhouse stands back at his own 17-yard line. Again, Cody Miller, the long snapper. And the snap is true, and Newhouse gets the kick away. It's a shanker. Hits at midfield, goes out of bounds immediately, and the Comets will take over very near midfield. They walk up the sideline. They're going to put it down at the 49-yard line with 1:17 to play in the quarter. 7-0 Homer Center. We're going to come back right after this timeout.
This week's game is sponsored by Indiana Regional Medical Center.
From the 49-yard line, Kowalski hands it off to Nathan Dumm, Lucas Monco, and Billy Grzanek. I sound like a broken record on the tackle as he gets into Wildcat territory. Gain of about 4 on first down to the Wildcat 47.
That's the play they fumbled on earlier, and one of the things that we didn't talk about was the kicking game. I don't think we spent very much time on that, but you know, in a game like this, punting is critical, and if there's an advantage right now, it seems to be with the Comets.
45 seconds to play from the shotgun. Kowalski fakes it. He keeps the football. He's inside the 45, going to be a couple of yards shy of the first down. Mike Newhouse came up to greet him. And we'll see if Penns Manor is able to get off another play. Probably. They put it down at the 44-yard line. So Penns Manor will have third down and a short 4.
It is, this is good old-fashioned. You talked about old-fashioned football, Mark. This is what we're seeing here. Pounding each other inside, a lot of hard blocking, a lot of hard time. I've seen guys getting walked to the ground here.
That's going to be the final play of the first quarter. Indiana Regional Medical Center High School Sports Night coverage continues as we head to the second quarter. Our score, Homer Center 7 and the Penns Manor Comets nothing. You're listening to Wildcat Comets Heritage Conference Championship football on the 1160 WCCS MSA IUP TV Sports Network.
All your professors, all of them, they know that all it takes is one dreamer with passion, one person, and they hope in each of you that you might be that one who makes a longer lasting light bulb, who writes music for the ages, who reaches into the mind and discovers a new star, and who can change the world of a fifth grader. We're gathered here to hope in you.
Michael, third down and 4 for the Comets. Ball just inside the 45-yard line of Homer Center. Kowalski under center, Marshall the fullback. Wingman to the left is Louis Tate. And Kowalski is going to boot to his right. Grzanek gets blocked by Dumm. And now he tucks it away and he has a first down. Comes near sideline, 35-yard line, down to the Wildcat 30-yard line goes Lucas Kowalski, tackled by Ian Lee as he showed his athleticism and elusiveness, and a good pickup in the backfield on a blitzing Grzanek by left guard Stephen Dumm.
Even better cut by Kowalski. Cut right off that block into the secondary and then made another cut back to the opposite end of the field there. And you know, had he got past Ian Lee, he may have been on his way. Great run, 4-down territory at Homer's 30 now. It's going to get interesting here for the Comets.
From the Wildcat 30-yard line, 15-yard run for Kowalski, and he's going to give to Bailey Mumaw. Bailey upended by Colby Skoltedi. He'll gain about 3 yards to the 27-yard line in the opening minute of this second quarter with Homer Center leading 7-0.
Comets like to run that little counter, little reverse play with their wings. They're playing running Mumaw or Tate.
One thing, Ward, based on how Penns Manor reacted at Ligonier, I don't think they're going to be at least bit phased by a deficit.
Oh, no. Not at all. We've got stats here. We'll give them to you in a minute.
Fullback Ethan Marshall. Kowalski going to hand to Louis Tate. Louis cuts it back, and he fumbles the football, and it's picked up by Anthony Caruso, left sideline, to the 45, to the 50. They're trying to get the angle on him. He's at the 30. He's at the 20. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Homer Center. Penns Manor's second fumble, and Caruso picks it up and rambles 75 yards. for a Wildcat touchdown. And with 10:40 to play in the second quarter, just like that, Homer Center makes it 13-0.
Anthony has a little speed, does he not? We haven't had a chance to see him, and he lost an interception return for a touchdown earlier this year. But, boy, what a great job he did. And you feel bad for Louis Tate. He had about a 3-yard pickup there, and the ball just popped out right to Caruso, picked it up, and down the sidelines he went. Boy, we talked about turnovers, Mark, and already 2 of them have come back to hurt the Penns Manor Comets.
Wildcats will try to tack on the extra point. Cody Miller, the long snapper. Brzezinski, the holder. Ian Lee, the kicker. The snap is a bit high, but it's put down, and the kick is up. Did it catch that right upright? It did not. It missed. It is no good. But the Wildcats do tack one on. An electrifying 70-yard fumble recovery and return. What a way to pick up your first touchdown, senior Anthony Caruso, on senior night. 13-0 Wildcats on the 1160 WCCS MSA IUP TV Sports Network.
This week's game is sponsored by Luther Ford Lincoln.
With Ward Hilliard, Mark Burdick back with you at Memorial Field in Homer City, 13-0 Homer Center. Ward, if you're a Wildcat fan, how do you like Anthony Caruso's first touchdown of the season?
Obviously, you got to like it. These are the things that turn these kind of games, these turnovers, and Homer has done what you need to do, is take advantage of them. Their defense now needs to continue to play tough, not give back anything that they've gotten.
Ian Lee approaches the ball, again a squib kick to the 30, taken by Stephen Dunn. Dunn right up the center of the field, and he's offended at midfield. But the Comets are going to have excellent field position. Jimmy Bentz on the tackle, along with Colby Skoltedi. But Dunn was like a runaway 236-pound freight train, and he runs the football. He's not foreign to running it. He has 180 yards rushing on 24 carries because they'll use him in a jumbo set. So he's averaging 7.5 yards per punt. Per run, and that strategy backfires for Homer Center because Penns Manor starting at the Wildcat 48.
He did a 360 in the air there. I give him a 7.5 on that maneuver, but
that's his rushing average.
Great tackle there by Skoltedi. I think it was Skoltedi or Bentz.
From the Wildcat 48, Kowalski boots to his left, looks underneath, now going to throw it on the run, has Bailey Mumon. He's touchdown out of bounds. Now they're going to say incomplete. They're going to say he dropped the ball.
I think he was on the line when he caught it. It's hard to tell. Now wait a minute. He's saying
one ref said incomplete.
Well, the official was signaling. I think he meant time. The stop the clock.
Okay.
But he was doing it wrong. So.
Ethan Marshall, the receiver, 22 on that reception. I thought it was 23 near sideline Bailey Mumaw, but it was Ethan Marshall. Gain of about 8 yards on that play.
Nice job by Kowalski. He was under a lot of pressure.
He's under center with the fullback Ethan Marshall. Wingman left Louis Tate. They're going to give to that right wing back. That is Mumon. He has a first down as he gets to the Wildcat 36-yard line. Tackled by Jim Bentz and Colby Skoltedi, the two bookends in this Wildcat defense. With 10:23 to play in the second quarter, the Wildcats leading 13-0, but the Comets trying to march back. Out-of-town scoreboard, Indiana over Hollidaysburg, 14-7. At Memorial Stadium in Blairsville, it's Portage 7, Blairsville 0. In the first quarter at Ligonier Valley, it's Colts 7, Ligonier Valley 6.
And this is 4-down territory for the Comets now, if they can hold on to the football.
From the shotgun, Kowalski fakes it, rolls to his right, steps up, now rolls to his right, throws, has a receiver caught, and now they're saying incomplete. He did not hang on to it. Ethan Marshall out of the backfield had it, but when he went to the ground and there's a couple of Wildcats around him, evidently he lost the handle.
Yeah, Matt McAdoo hit him and put a pretty good lick on him and caused him to drop the ball. Another nice pass, though, by Kowalski. He's rolling out and giving him some time, and they're doing a nice job of blocking Homer's pursuit. So he's doing a great job of finding the open receiver. You know, I see that number 6 out there, and that's the tight end Grimaldi, and he just reminds me so much of Alec Bloom that we saw last week.
Twin receivers Marshall and Bailey Mumaw to the right, near side of the field. That is Ryan Cameron, and Kowalski's going to keep it. Kowalski to the edge, and he's dragged down as a flag comes in at the 30-yard line. We may have a block in the back on Penn's Manor. Ian Lee made the tackle. Let's see what the penalty is all about. Yep, it is a push in the back on Penn's Manor with 9:56 to play in the quarter. We're going to step out briefly as they mark it off. 13-0 Homer Center, IRMC High School Sports Night. Back after this.
In the Communications Media Department, we have a wide variety of focuses to fit each individual's talents and interests. From our high-definition cameras and our professional editing software, to our motion capture lab and everything in between. The Communications Media Department at Indiana University of Pennsylvania has what you need. Visit our website to find out more about video, photography, audio, graphics, and more.
Second down after the 10-yard mark off, back to the 40-yard line. It's second and about 14. Motion man Mumaw, they run a reverse. Louis Tate has it. Louis Tate cuts it back to the 35, breaks a tackle as he gets to the 25-yard line, and a first down for Penn's Manor. Matt McAdoo and Billy Grzanek on the tackle for the Homer Center Wildcats, but the Wildcats got caught that time, Ward.
Yeah,
nice play.
And he went back to Louis Tate. That shows a lot of confidence in the young man. Nice job by Coach Packer and his staff here to go back to him. He's a good little runner, and he picked that first down up. They recovered from the penalty. They've been shooting themselves in the foot with turnovers and penalties right now, but the Comets still possessing the ball and very much in this ball game.
From the 25-yard line, Kowalski from the shotgun. Tate, wingman to the left. They fake it to Nathan Dunn coming the opposite way. It's a throwback screen to Dunn, and he has two blockers out in front. And he reads them beautifully. And he gets down to the 10-yard line where he's tackled by Ian Lee. But a beautiful play by the Penn's Manor Comets. The flow is to the right, and they set it back up on the throwback to Dunn.
You got to give Colby Schoolteddy credit for the Wildcats. He took on two blockers and allowed Ian Lee to come up and make the tackle. Otherwise, that very easily was 6 points. Nice call by the Comets. They're getting some great blocking. This has been a rock'em sock'em game already, I can tell you. I've seen some tremendous blocking here.
Ryan Cameron, I should say, a receiver to the right. From the 10, it's first and goal. Kowalski gives to Louis Tate, and Newhouse has Tate back near the 14-yard line. It's a loss of 4. Newhouse came clean, and that play didn't have a chance.
Well, and one of the things that Cats don't do a lot of is blitz, and I think they might want to consider doing more of it, especially with the success that Billy Grzanek had last week. But that time, I think it was just good penetration by Mike Newhouse then. Wildcats needed that stop.
13-0 Homer Center, 8:15 to play in the first half, but the Comets are threatening. Second down and goal now from the Wildcat 14. Louis Tate, wingman to the right, and Kowalski, play action pass, rolls to his right, throws. It's a low pass, incomplete, intended for the tight end right over the middle, Gavin Grimaldi at the 5-yard line, but it was like he hung on to it a little bit too long.
Yeah, I might have been trying to steer that ball. It's a little tighter when you get down here now. You know, you only got 14 yards to go.
It's a little colder, too, out there.
It tries to shrink up on you a little bit.
What does the cold weather do for these players, especially the skilled people handling the ball?
You know, honestly, if you're playing the game, I don't think it bothers you too much. Some of them have gloves on. You can see most of them do. And once you get the adrenaline going, you're playing, your hands are pretty good.
Louis Tate in the backfield with Ethan Marshall on third and goal from the 14, and they're going to give up the middle to Tate, and Tate is down by Cody Miller after a short gain. Cody Miller stepped in and plugged that hole. It looked like the interior of that Penn's Manor line, Dom, Stupik, and Ruddick had opened up a little gap, but Miller somehow sashayed across.
Yeah, he stepped right into that hole. We had a good view of it, did we not? And fourth down here, Homer needs to be alert to Mr. Dumb in the middle of the field here. They got a pretty good defender back there in Anthony Caruso, but you got to believe the Comets have got to throw the ball, and it's something they're not comfortable doing.
Fourth down and goal from the Wildcat 13-yard line. Receivers all over the joint. Ryan Cameron to the left, good protection, throwing over the middle, diving catch, touchdown, Penn's Manor. What a grab by Bailey Muma, and the Comets are on the board with 7:16 to play in the first quarter. 13-6 Homer Center, a great catch by Muma.
I don't know where he came from. He came out of the backfield there. Muma crossed to the middle with a pass just thrown on the line by Kowalski. Muma outstretched, leapt and caught it, and into the end zone he went. So it's Stupik is holding here, and I think
Conway, the soccer-style kicker. He's a good one, and the kick is high. I may have jinxed him. It is no good. Conway, who was 33 of 36 on extra points, misses. But the Comets, thanks to the sensational 4th and goal hookup, as Lucas Kowalski throws his 3rd touchdown pass of the season, and Muma on the receiving end of his first, and boy was it a dandy. 7:16 to play in the first half, 13-6 Wildcats. Indiana Regional Medical Center High School Sports Night on the 1160 WCCS MSA IUP TV Sports Network.
This week's game is sponsored by Octogrip.
Catch indeed. They're talking in the press box by Bailey Muma, fully extended, Ward.
That's what these games bring out. You got a lot of talent on the field here. These teams aren't 8-0 for no reason at all. They are talented teams, and Pennsylvania showed that they are not going away. This is going to be a battle.
Ethan Marshall has it teed up at the 40. 13-6, like the Wildcats, the Comets miss an extra point. Line drive kick, far sideline. Caruso is going to watch it roll out of bounds, and the Wildcats likely will take it at the 35-yard line. Wood Chevrolet drive summary, 10 plays, 48 yards, took 3 minutes and 24 seconds. And it's a 13-6 ball game, and the Wildcats will take it at the 35. On IUP TV coverage tonight made possible by Octo Sport Grip. If you play basketball, baseball, football, or volleyball, you need to give Octo Sport Grip a try. For more information, visit info@octosportgrip.com. By Indiana Regional Medical Center and IRMC at Chestnut Ridge and Blairsville, where moments matter. And by Luther Ford Lincoln in Homer City. Luther Ford is supporting breast cancer awareness by donating $100 for every car sold this month. If you come to Luther Ford, you'll buy at Luther Ford in Homer City.
There's a packed house here, is there not? They are ringing this field.
On the hillside, they're on the other side of the fence. Give on a counter to Lee. Lee into the secondary, to the 50, to the 45, to the 40. Kowalski giving chase as he heads toward the left sideline. He's at the 10, the 5. Homer Center answers back in a matter of seconds as Ian Lee goes 65 yards for his 10th rushing touchdown of the season. Ouch, that hurts if you're a Penn's Manor Comet. It's 19-6 Homer Center.
I didn't get the read. I think they were in the power eye and they ran that counter. They love to run that counter off of that power eye formation. But Ian Lee made one cut, and the one thing, and he turns the jets on, boom, there he goes. I said he was going to pop something. He's coming off. Homer's going to go for 2 here. I think Ian's coming off. He is.
See if they go from the Wildcat.
Yeah, the Wildcat.
Remember, I said last week they haven't thrown out of this. They did last year. Newhouse from the Wildcat. He takes the snap. He's going to run it right up the middle, and he's into the end zone easily. I mean, easily. The big offensive line of Sean Steffi, Tommy Rohr, and Cody Miller really opened that one up. Holy mackerel, hold on to your hat. They're scoring fast and furious here at the corner of Lincoln and Harrison. It's 21-6 Homer Center, and we're coming right back on an Indiana Regional Medical Center High School Sports Night on the 1160 WCCS MSA IUP TV Sports Network.
Students in communications media at Indiana University of Pennsylvania can focus on a variety of areas, including media promotions. Our promotion students learn their skills by working in a hands-on environment, gaining real-world experience. They learn how to use media to promote, produce, and manage events, and how media organizations operate. They create promotional campaigns and help clients pitch their services, products, and events. With excellent classes led by experienced teachers, the Communications Media Department at IUP is perfect for students interested in media promotions.
Ian Lee approaches the ball, end over end kick near sideline, taken right at the 20 by Bailey Muma. To the 30, dancing around, still on his feet. fighting. Mumau still hasn't gone down, and he goes down at the 37-yard line. Tackled on the play by Homer Center's Tim Zayak, who's been really good on kick coverage for the Homer Center Wildcats. You mentioned Bellman earlier. Zayak has also grown as a football player.
I'm glad he made that. I forgot him. My apologies. Yeah, these guys have been making big plays on the special teams, and that shows you how important that is. That got the Comets at the 37. They're going to need to regroup, and they are that kind of a team. We got an equipment
problem for Anthony Caruso. Caruso, if you tuned in late, scooped up a fumble and ran 75 yards for a touchdown for Homer Center's second score. Penns Manor answered back to make it 13-6 on the first play of the next possession. Ian Lee just happened, 65 yards for a touchdown. 21-6. Tate in motion. They give it to the fullback Marshall. Marshall dragging a Wildcat, Ian Lee with him to the 45-yard line. That's 8 yards on first down. That's hard-nosed running by a fullback that they don't use a lot. 56 carries, 235 yards, and a couple of touchdowns for Marshall, averaging 4.2 per carry, but he looked effective on that play.
Yeah, you know, I love to watch these Comets block. They are finishing their blocks. John Stupek here blocked one of the Wildcats about 5 yards downfield, and it just kept with his block. That's how they're taught.
Second down and a short two with split backs, and they give it to Marshall again, and Marshall going to be close to a first down, I think, based on where the line judge is coming in. He has the first down up near the 48-yard line. Luke Monco on the tackle, along with Cody Miller.
You know, and you know the strategy here, obviously. You got to respect that move up the middle. Homer defense has got to look for that. They've been reacting quite a bit to the counters and the reverses, so they're going to get Marshall up the middle. Now that might slow the linebacker pursuit down a little bit.
First down and 10 from the 48 of Penns Manor. Kowalski hands to Louis Tate, cuts it back, but he runs right into Monco, who's had a monster first half here for Homer Center. And it's right at the line of scrimmage.
Luke Ruddick upset for some reason. I don't think either the play was not where it was supposed to go, or he just missed a block. I'm not sure which. You can see him talking to the sideline there. First
Commonwealth quick stats, total yardage. Penns Manor's run 26 plays for 122 yards. Homer Center 13 offensive plays for 103. Quick stats brought to you by First Commonwealth Bank. Time to be first. Second and 10 here. Wingman right is Tate, to the left is Nathan Dunn from the shotgun. Kowalski flushed out of the pocket, comes near side, he stumbles a little bit, breaks with tackle, comes to midfield into Homer Center territory. Ian Lee stands him up in front of the Wildcat bench and very calmly kept his hold cool, did not fling him down to the ground. We've seen both of these teams at times commit penalties, and they hold Kowalski to about a 4-yard gain, but he is into cat territory. From 148 to the other, it sets up 3rd and 6.
Boy, he did a nice job of avoiding a tackle. Billy Grzanik, upset with himself, had a pretty good shot at him, but missed him.
And he stumbled and maintained his footing.
Yeah.
Not that he was close to going down, but he was not on stride.
Yeah, I said he's not Danny Ferentz, but you know what? He's gone close. He's a nice runner.
He's under center, and he's going to roll to his right. He throws underneath, taken in by Dunn. First down to the Wildcat 40, and he's on the far sideline, tripped up by Aaron Brzezinski and Matt McAdoo, but he has a first down as the Comets move the chains. They'll have first and 10 at the Wildcat 35 with 5:15 to play in the first half, and Homer Center leading 21-6. Nice play by Penns Manor.
Yeah, they're taking advantage of what Homer's giving them there. Just a little quick out. Maybe 3 yards there and just a pop pass, and because the coverage is so soft, they were able to pick up additional yardage after the catch, and that's what they're doing.
They're 2 for 5 on third down, 1 for 1 on fourth down. That was a 13-yard gain. Give to Marshall up the gut, and Cody Miller has him from behind, but not before he rips off 6 yards to the Homer Center 29-yard line, right up the middle.
And they're coming down the field again. Comets are marching. They're not going to quit. This is far from over, this ball game. Homer had the big score. Right now, Penns Manor grinding it out, and they're getting chunks.
Into the offensive huddle, Tyler Samoji. As a split end, he comes near side. Also out here in a flanker position for Penns Manor. That is Bailey Mumaw, and Kowalski going to keep it. He gets around the left corner, and he's upended by Ian Lee as he has another first down to the 21-yard line.
Well, Homer's coverage, if you notice there, Mark, they were clearly back 6-7 yards off of the receivers, and that's the side Kowalski rolled to. So, all they need to do is get a little bit in the way. Kowalski's that good of a runner. He can make it out there. Good tackle by the Wildcats there. That would have been a bigger game.
Penn's Manor controlling the time of possession in this football game. And but they're trailing 21-6. They've made a couple of costly mistakes, but they're on the march again here, trying to cut into this 21-6 Homer Center lead. Kowalski from the gun with sidecars left and right, and the snaps over his head. He picks it up on a hop, turns around, and Cody Miller says, "How do you do? I'm going to tackle you at the 31-yard line." That's going to be a loss back close to 10 yards, and the Comets uncharacteristically shooting themselves in the foot. And they're going to have second down and about 20 to go, Ward, after that big loss.
You called it right, Mark. They are just causing themselves their grief here right now. These plays, these turnovers, and just the mistakes have been costing them, along with a couple of penalties thrown in there. And they're still very much in the football game. They've been moving the ball. I think that's a concern for Coach Page. I see him down here pacing a little bit.
3:10 clock moving in this second quarter. 21-6 Homer Center. From the shotgun on second down, we'll call it 21 from the Wildcat 31. Backside pressure coming. Kowalski steps up and avoids it, but he's tackled after a short gain by Lucas Monco at the 29-yard line. So it's going to be third down and, oh boy, about 17 to go for Penn's Manor.
Cody Miller just lambasted whoever was trying to block him back toward Kowalski, causing him to turn in, and then Cody had a shot at making the tackle, but he slowed him up enough that the pursuit got him. Boy, this is a hard-hitting game. 17-18 to go. Receiver to the right is Ryan Cameron, or to the left, I should say. They're going to give on that same reverse, and Tate is tripped up in the backfield by Lucas Monco. Monco, I can't tell you how many tackles he's been in on here in the first half, but it's been a slew of tackles, and now the Comets will have fourth down and long from the Wildcat 29-yard line. No gain on that play. They need to get to about the 11-yard line, so it's going to be fourth down and 18, exactly 2 minutes as the clock rolls underneath that 2-minute mark. Well, if you're Homer Center, you received the second half kickoff because they deferred, so you really want to keep the Comets out of the end zone and give them a little momentum if they can score and keep his drive going here.
From the shotgun is Kowalski, stands tall in the pocket, going to throw long downfield, and it's caught by Dumb. Unbelievable at the 6-yard line. He just turned around, and it was a little bit of a duck from Kowalski. Not a well-thrown ball, but it was like Dumb knew when to turn, and it was right there. First down, Comets.
You called it right. Ian Lee was on the coverage, but Dumb was at the inside on him and just turned and made the low catch. There's nothing Ian Lee could do on that ball. Great catch by Dunn. Boy, he's master of the dramatic here, is he not?
Yep, and the Comets convert their second big fourth down. The first one was a touchdown. First and goal from the Wildcat 6. They give to Bailey Mumma inside the 5, down to about the 3-yard line. Jimmy Bentz got him, and the Comets will have second down and goal with 1:13 clock moving here in this second quarter.
Sure, the Comets have at least 2 timeouts, I believe, Mark, so that's not a concern even with 1:05 here, but a score here, and they're going into the locker room feeling pretty good about themselves with all the problems they've had here in the first half.
Second and goal from the 4 for the Comets. Was that a 23-yard pass, Jerry? Thereabouts? Second down and goal. They're going to put it down at the 4-yard line on the left hash. Ethan Marshall repositions. They have double wing to the right. They send Tate in motion, and they give it to Tate, who cuts it back down to the end zone. Did he get in? Yep. Touchdown, Penn's Manor Comets. They answer back. They convert a big third down and a fourth down, an 18 play. And they drive 63 yards, and with 36 seconds on the clock, it's 21-12.
Boy, that's a huge score. I can't tell you how big a score that is. Homer there looked like they were going to be able to control this game a little bit, but the Comets would have none of it, and they put together a brilliant drive. Timeout by Penn's Manor. They're going to probably go for 2 here.
Indiana Regional Medical Center High School Sports Night coverage continues with the timeout on the field. With 36 seconds on the clock and a 2-point conversion pending, it's Penn's Manor trailing Homer Center 21-12 on an Indiana Regional Medical Center High School Sports Night here on 1160 WCCS and the MSA IUP TV Sports Network.
This week's game is sponsored by Indiana Regional Medical Center.
Well, they're going to kick the extra point. Conway, the soccer-style right-footed kicker, and the kick is up, and the kick is good. Out of the hold of, who is holding that number 2 ball? 2? That is Clayton Stupik. So after that timeout, they don't go for 2, they go for the kick, and it's good. 21-13 as we go to break. We're going to have a Penns Manor kickoff right after this on the 1160 WCCS MSA Sports Network.
This week's game is sponsored by Luther Ford Lincoln.
Ethan Marshall has it teed up at the 40 with Aaron Brzezinski and Ian Lee back, and the kick is a line drive kick taken by Brzezinski at the 10 to the 20, left sideline 25, and going to be tackled as he approaches the 30-yard line. And on the tackle on Penns Manor's kick coverage team is Tyler Samoji. And there's 31 seconds on the clock. Real quickly, the Wood Chevrolet drive summary for Penns Manor that included a big 4th and 18 pass play from the Wildcat 29 to the Homer Center 6-yard line. 12 plays, 63 yards, 6 minutes, 29 seconds. Louis Tate for the Penns Manor Comets capping it off. And for Louis, his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
Homer probably going to stick to the ground game, go into the locker room. Like we said, they received the kickoff.
And they're going to give to McAdoo, and McAdoo a couple of yards to the 34-yard line. And we may have just witnessed the final play of the second quarter. We're down to 18 seconds and counting.
He's a good runner. You just don't hear as much about him because of Newhouse and Ian Lee. But they've done a nice job of boiling up Mike Newhouse. So there's going to be some talk about some strategy here at halftime.
All right, that's it. Final play of the quarter. Our score at the end of the first half. This game has lived up to its advanced billing. It is the Homer Center Wildcats 21 and the Penns Manor Comets 13. You're listening to an Indiana Regional Medical Center High School Sports Night on the 1160 WCCS MSA Sports Network.
My name is Howie Bagosa, and I am a designer for Disney Interactive Studios. So I design video games, specifically Club Penguin, which is a virtual world for kids. And I basically am in charge of creating art assets for this game and basically making the game look fun and exciting and approachable for kids. So I was never an actual graphic design major, but I didn't let that stop me from pursuing what I wanted to do. As a communications media major, I tried to look for mentors to help facilitate the dreams that I wanted to pursue. One of my mentors in particular was Dr. Drew Davidson, and he showed me that not only could I dream about being a graphic designer for video games and working in the video games industry, he showed me how to get there, you know, and that was a really big step for me, knowing that I had a dream, but also the map and the path to walk on to get to that position. Going to IUP has helped me, you know, dip my feet into many, many different disciplines and interests, and that has really helped me out a lot in my career. You would think that being a dance minor has absolutely nothing to do with anything, right, except dance. But that experience alone at IUP has helped me become an animator for Disney. Getting a sense of timing and movement translates really well from dance to animation. The class sizes at IUP are really small, but sitting in a smaller class and getting a lot of attention from your professors, amazing. Like, it's hard, it's difficult to really engage and absorb the knowledge that a professor gives to you in a large setting. One of the things that I really enjoyed about the small settings was that I was able to find good mentors. Dr. Lambersky, Dr. Drew Davidson, these people have all molded me and shaped me into becoming this fierce, you know, professional and really pursue my dreams. Growing up, our family didn't have a lot of money, and school and college was almost a pipe dream. IUP gave me that chance. I would not be where I am today if it weren't for the people at my college who placed their faith in me. Find your success at IUP.
Back with you at Memorial Field. They're trying to get the scoreboard straightened out. Now they have 12 minutes on it. They're going to hand the football to Ethan Marshall at kickoff. Penns Manor in their road uniforms. Royal blue pants, white jerseys, blue helmets. Oh, they're this place is packed.
This is a big drive. The first drive of the third quarter has a lot to say about a ball game.
Kick is a squibber. Going to be taken, and it goes through the hands of School Teddy, and picking it up is Caruso at the 25-yard line, and he cuts it back, and Steve Dunn has him shy of the 30. So good kick coverage by the missile, Steve Dunn, on that kick coverage team.
He reminds me of Charlie Toller. He's got those shoulder pads up around his neck here. He runs that way. The human manhole cover, they used to call him. Most people here probably don't know. Happy birthday to Mr. Jim Cook. They just announced that, and we'll jump on that bandwagon.
Homer Center from their own 29-yard line, leading 21-13. They come out with an offset eye behind Brzezinski, and they hand it to Ian Lee. Ruddick has Lee after a short gain, and let's see, he had some help. I'm waiting for the pile to unfold there. Andrew Smoji also in off the bottom of the pile. Gain of about 3. It'll be 2nd down and 7.
Yeah, he kind of plowed right over Smoji, but he held his ground there as he was getting run over and made the tackle. Homer has got to find a way to get Mike Newhouse loosened up a little bit here. We haven't only 8 yards rushing in the first half. Of course, Homer only had 14 offensive plays.
2nd down and 7 for the Wildcats. And Brzezinski hands to Newhouse, and he's met and fumbles the football. It's on the loose and on the ground at Penns Manor's. Ethan Marshall has it. There's the first turnover on Homer Center. And the Comets are in business at the Wildcat 31-yard line.
Mike trying to fight for extra yardage here, and Comets just ripped the ball loose. And, you know, I just got to comment, Mark, all that first half stuff, Homer had the better of it, mainly because Penns Manor had 3 fumbles and a couple of critical penalties. Homer hadn't turned the ball over at all. They just did. And that could be a big turning point in this football game.
So Penns Manor at the Homer Center 31-yard line, looking to tie this game up. Marshall, who just recovered the fumble, is the fullback, and they hand it to him off the right side. Miller had him, he gets loose, and now he's spun down at the 25. They had him right near the line of scrimmage, and he ends up getting 7 yards. That was a jersey tackle attempt, and not that Cody had much of a choice because he was kind of being blocked at the same time.
Yeah, this team is not to be denied here. Penns Manor is really geared up. This is an opportunity for them to tie this football game.
Second down and about 3 to go. Wingman to the left, Louis Tate. Twin receivers to the left, Bailey Mumaw, Nathan Dumb. And they give to Marshall. Marshall threw a pretty good opening down to about the 20-yard line. Cody Miller has them, but they're going to move the chains, and it's going to be 1st and 10 Penns Manor at the Wildcat 20.
Comets having success up the middle, and a lot of that was due to that misdirection they were running early on. Marshall's finding some holes, and he's 4 or 5 solid yards each time.
They restart the clock. We've played 90 seconds in the third quarter with Homer Center leading 21-13, but Penns Manor trying to capitalize on the Wildcat miscue.
We've got for the fake to Marshall now and the rollout with Kowalski. He's been doing that.
Split backs behind Lucas Kowalski. They have Bailey Mumaw in motion, but they give it to Marshall again right up the gut. And he has about 4 or 5 yards. Lucas Monco on the stop, so they're going right at the teeth of that Homer Center defense, and they're having some success doing it.
Yeah, they made a commitment perhaps to running this straight up here, and Marshall's gaining solid chunks of yardage, and it's a 4-down territory that they're in, so the Comets got 3 plays to get 5 here.
From the Wildcat 15-yard line, they send Smoji and Bailey Mumaw, twins to the right boundary. Wing right, Marshall again the fullback, and Kowalski going to boot to his right. He cuts it back, and Miller has him after about a yard gain to the 14-yard line. Pretty good Homer Center defense. They took away the right edge. Kowalski cut it back, but Miller made a better play that time.
Yeah, it was set up beautifully. They'd run Marshall inside for 3 or 4 plays there. Homer had been getting beat on that. So they ran the fake, but were not beat on that play. Nice job by Cody Miller.
Football marked just inside the 15-yard line, so it'll be a gain of about a half yard. We're going to call it 3rd and a short 5. Nathan Dumb, receiver to the left again, split backs behind Kowalski. Louis Tate in motion, and they're going to give on a counter, and it's Bailey Mumaw who's flung down at the 10-yard line, and a flag comes in. That's going to be a horse collar on Homer Center, and Mumaw to about the 9-yard line, and by the time they mark off half the distance, it's going to be 1st and goal from the 4, and the Homer Center defense, actually it's a face mask. He didn't have him around the neck. So Penns Manor in business, and look at them jumping around. They are an excited bunch in blue and white.
Yeah, they had a bad first half in terms of just mistakes, but they were able to stay in the ball game, and right now, opportunity to tie this game. Homer is a team now making the mistakes.
Coming into the game is Ryan Cameron. 1st and goal inside the 5-yard line. Ball pretty much in the center of the field. Ethan Marshall, the fullback, behind Lucas Kowalski. Wingman Tate to the left. Quarterback keeper Kowalski following that offensive line, and he's going to be down to the 1 or 2 yard line. He just kept the legs moving, following big 235-pound center John Stupik. On the tackle for Homer Center, Sean Steffi, Luke Monco. And they put it down, looks like inside the 1 yard line.
That's a real good push that time by the Comets offensive line. Right now, they've had the better of it, Mark, and Homer's D is really getting rocked around here.
Right now, Penns Manor's offensive line having the better of it as they try to capitalize on the Homer Center opening possession turnover. Kowalski on 2nd and goal from inside the 1. Kowalski, quarterback keeper, leans in for the goal line. There's no signal yet as Mike Newhouse with good penetration, and they're going to say 3rd down. So he did not make it in as we approach the 7.5-minute mark in this third quarter. 21-13, but Penns Manor, Homer with the lead, but Penns Manor inches from that goal line.
Newhouse, nice job of getting some penetration there. That's what the Cats are going to have to shoot the gaps here, as they say, and try to stop Kowalski from any forward progress. That's what they did on that play.
Receiver to the right. I don't think you have to really worry about him. That is Ryan Cameron. 3rd and goal, inches to go. Handoff to the right side. Stephen Dunn, touchdown, Penns Manor. They put the jumbo backfield together, and Stephen Dunn, 235-pound guard turned fullback, has his 3rd rushing touchdown. Penns Manor does indeed capitalize on the Homer Center fumble. It's 21-19 with 6:58 to play in the 3rd quarter.
This is huge, as obvious. It's a 2-point conversion attempt here for the Comets. We'll see what they come up with. What a Wildcat defense is just struggling to find a niche here, something that they can do here to slow this Comet offense down, and Penns Manor's had the better of it.
So Penns Manor going to go for 2. And Kowalski under center, Stupik, twins to the right. And he's going to boot to his right. Throws underneath. It is caught by Nathan Dunn. 2-point conversion's good. We're tied at 21 apiece. Penns Manor scored back-to-back touchdowns dating back to the 2nd quarter. And we have a brand new ball game as 2 teams plug it out for the Heritage Conference Championship. Listen to the Penns Manor fans across the way. 21-21 on an Indiana Regional Medical Center High School Sports Night on the 1160 WCCS MSA IUP TV Sports Network.
It's the most anticipated concert of the year, a B.E. Taylor Christmas, coming to the Kowalczyk Complex December 20th. The B.E. Taylor Christmas Concert.
Feel the love of Christmas. It's never out of style.
Renda Broadcasting's Teddy Bear Fund Drive, in cooperation with S&T Bank, present a very special evening at the Kowalczyk Complex.
Oh, come all ye faithful.
December 20th.
Did you know that your baby...
Come share in this breathtaking celebration of holiday spirit. Tickets are on sale now.
So this is Christmas.
Tickets for a B.E. Taylor Christmas are on sale now at 1-800-298-4200 or online at KowalczykComplex.com. The magic of a B.E. Taylor Christmas returns December 20th.
Marshall to kick off for Penns Manor, and the resolve of this Homer Center bunch is really being tested now, Ward. The momentum clearly on Penns Manor.
When you talk about experience, this is where it pays off now. Does Homer have the ability to recover from this?
Squib kick, and School Teddy can't handle it. It's picked up by Caruso, and again, Anthony not going to get back to the 30-yard line. Homer Center's had a tough time getting a handle on those squib kicks, which we've seen from both teams, and I'm not sure who tackled him on the part of Mitch Hamilton being announced, so we'll go with that.
It might, Colby might be better served to let that ball bounce to Anthony, where he can pick it up with a little forward momentum. He's having trouble. He's getting screened when Colby can't come up with him. And, it's costing him any momentum. And wow, right now, momentum has put on a blue and white uniform.
21 apiece from their own 30-yard line. Homer Center will come out from the shotgun with sidecars to the left and right, and Ian Lee behind Brzezinski. They give it to Lee, and Lee has 5 yards. Good first down for Homer Center. To the 35-yard line on the tackle for Penns Manor is Stephen Dumm, who just carried it in for Penns Manor on the touchdown.
That's one thing the Wildcats have not done, Mark, is gotten a big gain on first down, other than the run by Lee.
And they haven't, to Penns Manor's credit, gotten Newhouse involved in this game, or the legs of Brzezinski that we saw to the tune of 91 yards on 11 carries last week.
Well, Aaron has yet to carry the ball. He's been trying to get these other guys involved.
Same formation from the shotgun, and they hand it off to the same guy, Lee, who is stood up by Ruddick after about a 3-yard gain to the 38-yard line. The Cats are going to have 3rd down and 2.
Yeah, I think it's important that Homer get the first down here. With the momentum and everything going to Penns Manor's side, that defense needs to get off the field a little bit. Homer needs to push Penns Manor a little more to get some confidence back. wow, this has been everything they thought it would be.
Huge play here, double tights, tight end right is Bentz to the left, School Teddy. They have double wing, Lee to the left, McAdoo to the right, and it's a toss right to Newhouse. Newhouse lowers the shoulder, does have a first down to the 42-yard line of Homer Center. On the tackle for the Penns Manor Comets, Andrew Smoji, and he had some help from, let's see, who was that? Was it Marshall over here? Smoji, the hit that stopped Newhouse, but not before Homer Center. I think you're right from their perspective, a first down that they desperately needed.
I think they need to go right back to Mike Newhouse as well. Get him on the outside, get him with some blocking. That was pretty well blocked, but the Comets are doing a great job of taking on blocks and getting rid of them.
Just the 5th first down for Homer Center. Penns Manor has 11. Give on a Connor Lee right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing. Penns Manor, excellent push on the defensive side, and making that stop, John Stupik, the right defensive tackle, 6'1", 235-pounder. He's 4th on the team with 51 tackles, and he showed his muscle there.
Yeah, that was that Connor that Homer scored on, and that time Stupik would have none of it. He was right there in the hole.
Under 5 minutes to play in the 3rd quarter. The only score in this quarter belongs to Penns Manor. They trailed at one time 21-6, but it's 21 apiece right now. From the shotgun is Brzezinski, sidecar left and right, and behind him is McAdoo. Pressure coming. He's going to throw across the way, incomplete at midfield. Intended for Matt McAdoo. Lucas Kowalski on the coverage, and a dangerous-looking pass for Homer Center.
That one needed to be floated a little bit there and put it on a line, and not much chance for Matt to make that play.
Hamilton came from the linebacker position, and he came with authority, and I think Brzezinski felt him coming. They tried picking him up, but he is so big, Mitch Hamilton. They list him at 190, but he looks bigger.
Yeah.
Receiver left, School Teddy. To the right, Bentz. Out here in a slot is McAdoo. Same thing, Lee to the left, sidecar right, Newhouse. Brzezinski rolls to his right, throws on the run. Diving catch by Bentz is good. At the Penns Manor 44-yard line, the Wildcats, they finally have a big 3rd down conversion. It's a first down, Homer Center. Louis Tate on the coverage and the tackle. Excellent throw on the run, and a better grab by Bentz.
Excellent grab by Bentz, and a critical one, I think, Mark. You can just feel the momentum as it's already on Penns Manor's side, but you can just feel them swelling with some confidence over there. Homer got what I felt is a critical first down on this particular drive.
From the Comet 44, McAdoo in motion. They toss it left to the junior, and he is flung down, high tackle, and there's a flag, and that'll be a mark-off on Penns Manor of 15 yards. Boy, with authority, I'm not sure if it was the face mask or horse collar, but it was a dangerous, dangerous tackle either way.
Well, to Matt's credit, he got up all right, but wow, that was scary.
It was face mask, too. Boy, to be spun around with the face mask.
And once again, the Comets, as they were doing in the first half, are making some bad penalties. Those are never good, 15-yarders. Homer looking to try to get something established wide now, Mark, because they've been having so much difficulty running inside.
Line of scrimmage, the 33-yard line from the shotgun, and Brzezinski is going to keep it, and Brzezinski is hit and dropped. Could not elude Zach Hanatko right at the line of scrimmage at the 34-yard line.
Yeah, my son's
33-yard line.
My son's in the booth there, and I can remember when he was a senior, he went out there. This team, Penns Manor, these guys prepare. They know your tendencies and things. They were not fooled at all by that fake and Brzezinski keeping the ball, and that was the first time Aaron's run it. So they are ready for a lot of the stuff that Homer Center likes to do.
3:35 to play in the 3rd quarter, tied at 21. Shotgun Brzezinski, sidecar right, Newhouse. Spins to the left, School Teddy to the right. And Brzezinski going to keep it, comes near side, cuts it back, tackled after a very short gain of a couple. Luke Ruddick. And how does a guy like Ruddick track down Brzezinski, who's pretty fleet of foot? And he had some help on the play defensively by Mitch Hamilton. They put it down at the 32-yard line.
I don't know if they have a play action off of that, but the Comets are coming hard after Brzezinski, which means if he could maybe shake a guy loose deep down the field, he might be able to pick them up.
3rd down and 9 for Homer Center from the Comet 32. Receiver right, School Teddy in front of the Wildcat bench. Split backs behind Brzezinski, Lee, and Newhouse, and they're going to give a counter to Lee to the 30, and that's all. A gain of 2. It's going to be 4th down for Homer Center. And on the tackle for the Penns Manor Comets was Andrew Smoji. And now the Wildcats 4th and 7. Kind of a peculiar call there.
Yeah, well, they were trying to pop that, but I'll tell you, the Comets are other than the one time that Ian Lee has busted it, they have done a great job on Homer's counters. Wildcats just haven't had success blocking them.
4th down and 6 from the Comet 30. The Comets have hit a couple of big 4th downs. Let's see if Homer Center can do it here. I formation behind Brzezinski, straight back to pass, slant, caught by McAdoo on an out pattern. Actually, I thought he was going to slant in. He turned around. I don't know if the pass was behind him, but I don't know that it's going to be good for a 1st down, or is it? Yes, it is. It's all the way to the 20-yard line.
I'll tell you what, Matt McAdoo said, oops, that ball was right on top of him before, just as he turned. And he had no choice, either catch it or it's going to bounce off him. It was that Aaron had thrown it that quickly, so a great job of picking the ball up in the first place and catching it.
4th and 6 play, so the Wildcats do convert on 4th down. They're 1 for 1 in that department, and they have twins to the short side of the field. And they hand it to Newhouse, trying to get to the left edge, stiff arm. He does get to the 20, and he's lunges to the 15, and flag or not. There is a flag down. It is going to be a late hit on Penns Manor.
That's not a good play by the Comets. Yeah, hit Mike down easily.
Tate made the tackle word. I'm not sure. Somebody else came in late, I think. And even if we knew, we're not going to
say who it was, but it was a late hit, and that is going to be tacked on to the run. That's the first time Mike's been able to get any room to run. Credit that Comet defense.
So where do they put it?
I think it's 1st and goal, and 7-yard line they have on the board.
Yeah, we'll look through the glare of the glass right now. Homer Center.
This down here is important.
90 seconds on the 3rd quarter clock, tied at 21. Lone setback is Newhouse, the fullback. Brzezinski, toss right to Newhouse. Newhouse, and he's not even going to get inside the 10, but he fights down to the 9-yard line. He's going to lose a couple of yards on that play. If the line of scrimmage was the 7, Ward, then he lost a couple on that play.
He did, and credit the Comets. They just come up hard. As soon as they read that pitch, they were up, taking on Homer's blockers. There was nothing there. They just shoved the blockers into Newhouse.
Ball's at the 9-yard line. 2nd down and goal for Homer Center. 50 seconds to play, 3rd quarter clock running. Tight end right is Bentz, to the left School Teddy, straight eye behind Brzezinski. McAdoo also in the backfield. And Brzezinski, play action pass, throwing for the end zone through the hands of the intended receiver McAdoo, and good coverage by Lucas Kowalski, who might have got a fingertip on that football, and it's going to be 3rd down and goal from the 9.
I'm not sure what went on there. Homer had 2 receivers over there in that same general area, and it might have been intended for Colby School Teddy, but McAdoo was there as well. And that didn't help the cause. I'm not sure. He didn't have a very good view of it from here.
3rd down and goal. Homer Center, not a great kicking team. I don't know if they'd be within Lee's range.
I think they got to score a touchdown or keep the ball there. I really do.
Twins left and right. Brzezinski from the shotgun. And the snap taken by Brzezinski. Throws out in the flat. Lee has it at the 5. Breaks a tackle. Touchdown, Homer Center. Ian Lee broke a tackle at the 5-yard line. A Comet is hunched over saying, how did I miss that tackle? And the Homer Center Wildcats have the lead. It's 27-21 with 29 seconds to play in the 3rd quarter. Aaron Brzezinski's 7th touchdown pass of the season.
Took advantage of the same thing the Comets did. A little flat pass out there. Just got Ian Lee out in the flat. Easy pass to make, and he did the rest. Boy, that was a huge score. This is a huge kick right here.
Out of the hold of Aaron Brzezinski, Ian Lee, the kicker. He's 1 for 2 tonight. Snap is put down, and the kick is up. and the kick is good. That's big. 29 seconds to play. The Wildcats hit some big third and fourth downs of their own on that drive, driving 70 yards, and they have the lead 28-21 on an Indiana Regional Medical Center High School Sports Night on the 1160 WCCS MSA IUP TV Sports Network.
October 31st, the Indiana Lions Club Fun Fest will take place at Mack Park Fairgrounds. Beginning at 3 p.m., the event includes a car show, treats, refreshments, DJ, band, and fireworks to finish the night. This display will be the largest display Indiana County has seen.
Wood Chevrolet Drive summary, 15 plays, 70 yards, took 6:29 off the clock, and a big answer for Homer Center to regain the lead, 28-21, and Ian Lee has it teed up. Penns Manor's got an excellent field position on some kickoffs, and it's a squib kick again, and it goes through Stephen Dunn, picked up at the 20-yard line by Bailey Mumaw. Bailey in some traffic, and he's going to be tackled hard at the 31-yard line. And on the
Sasela there.
Yeah, big tackle, Josh Sasela on the kick coverage team. Kudos to Josh, who has been in on a few of those this season. And Penns Manor will start this time at their own 31. They've started at the Homer Center 31 earlier in the half off of that turnover. They've started drives at their own 37, at the Homer Center 48, at their own 49. You kind of get the idea. And here we go, Homer's DD. Huddle formation here. We got 5 guys to the left. And the snap is over Kowalski's head, and they throw back screen. Lee has Tate. Down he goes at the 23-yard line. They'll lose 8 yards on a little bit of trickery on what will probably be the final play of the third quarter, and it's amazing how momentum swings.
Oh, yeah, that was just a bad snap. They were going to throw it to Tate here with 4 blockers, but it didn't work.
That's the end of the third quarter. The Heritage Conference Championship's going to be decided in the final 12. What a dandy we have here from Lincoln and Harrison Streets at Venerable Memorial Field. It's Homer Center 28 and the Penns Manor Comets 21. Shame on you for 6 weeks if you're not here on the 1160 WCCS MSA IUP TV Sports Network.
Ever since I was young, I've had a passion for being creative. So choosing IUP for interior design was an easy decision.
I wanted a school with smaller class sizes.
Cutting-edge technology. Access to the greatest internships.
A place where I could challenge myself while exploring my creative abilities.
IUP's interior design program has all of this and more. The program provided me with opportunities to get involved and gain the real-life experience I need to be successful. IUP Interior Design. Sometimes you just know. For more information, visit iup.edu.
Well, Penns Manor, as we head to the second quarter, after a little trickery backfire, they have 2nd down and 18. Motion man, and Kowalski takes the pitch, and he comes to the right. He's nice ankle tackle by Lucas Monco. Monco had 6.5 tackles in the first half. Of course, you on a second tackle, if you don't get the solo tackle, you split it, of course, and he was everywhere in the first half, and you can add one. They do gain some yardage up to the 26-yard line, a gain of 3. It'll be 3rd down and about 15 to go, Ward, and Penns Manor has hit some big plays on 3rd and 4th down. First Commonwealth quick stats, they're 4 for 8 on 3rd down and 2 for 2 on 4th down. Receivers everywhere from the shotgun. Kowalski flushed out of the pocket, throws over the middle, incomplete. I think incidental contact there as Tate fell down. I think, or actually Bailey Mumaw.
Ball was behind him. Wouldn't have been catchable anyhow. But a big stop. And you know what? Mark, I say this so many times when stuff's working, for some reason, coaches change. what they were doing. They were having success running Marshall up the middle, and with their running plays, they try a gimmick, and it cost them.
Ethan Marshall averages over 35 a punt, among the leaders in the Heritage Conference. Standing at their own 40 on a chilly night is Ian Lee and Brzezinski. Yep, and they bring in a player on the offensive line, Logan Mack. And the snap a little bit high, but pulled down by Marshall, and it's a kick high in the lights. Homer Center going to let it bounce at the 45, and it doesn't take much of a roll. They're going to take over at their own 43 when we return in the fourth quarter, leading 28-21 over Penns Manor. Back after this.
October 31st, the Indiana Lions Club Fun Fest will take place at Mack Park Fairgrounds. Beginning at 3 p.m., the event includes a car show, treats, refreshments, DJ, band, and fireworks to finish the night. This display will be the largest display Indiana County has seen.
After the 30-yard punt, no return, Homer Center with 11:08 to play in the football game, leading 28-21. They start at their own 44-yard line. Brzezinski handoff to Lee. Lee spun down by Mitch Hamilton, the left outside linebacker. Had some help from Andrew Samoji. No gain on that play, maybe a gain of a yard. They're going to give them forward progress to the 45.
Just not well blocked again. You got to give the Comets credit. They're beating Homer Center's offensive line. They're not blocking well enough. Lee's not getting, or Newhouse, are getting any room at all to go, Mark. The line has got to toughen up. This is a huge drive. If Homer can take it in, get to score lead here, that really would make it a lot easier on their defense.
Straight eye, wingman left McAdoo. He's in motion behind the formation. And they're going to turn and hand it. No, Brzezinski's going to keep it near side to the 50, to the Penns Manor 45-yard line, and a first down, and a flag comes in late. Two flags come in late. That's going to be a late hit on Mitch Hamilton, I believe. Homer Center's Brzezinski had enough for a first down, and now they're going to tack on more on Penns Manor.
Boy, he turned it up quickly. Great job by Aaron there. He turned the Jets on. Shows you how much speed he does have. And got down there, got the first down, and then the hit out of bounds is another 15. And the story of this game has really been the Comets making these critical mistakes, these penalties. That's at least 3 big 15-yarders they've had.
Where did they give them that gain to, Jerry? To the 39?
39, I believe it went to, Mark.
Well, we'll be able to tell on this. It's 14 yards for Brzezinski. After the penalty, it's 1st and 10 at the 26 of Penns Manor. Give to Lee. Lee off left tackle, down to about the 21-yard line. On the tackle, Hanatko for Penns Manor. Ian Lee and Newhouse's stats remarkably similar. Mike Hilliard, outstanding star running back in his day at Homer Center, were like this. Lee, 104 carries, 819 yards, 7.9. Newhouse, 106 carries, 888 yards, 8.4.
Total up about what Michael had his senior year.
That's right. But he was more one-dimensional.
Yeah, he was.
They turn, give to Newhouse off the right side, and Penns Manor stacks it up. He gets from one side of the 20 to the other, but he's stopped on the play by Brendan Alter of the Penns Manor Comets. As we move inside the 10-minute mark, we have 9.5 exactly to play, with Homer Center leading 28-21, and we tip over the Mistretta-meter.
Yeah, we got to do that. Boy, Newhouse, I know he just itching for a chance to get a little crack where he can get a little into that secondary one time. And you got to give the Comets credit. They've done a tremendous job in stopping him.
3rd down and 4 for Homer Center from the shotgun. Brzezinski going to hand to Newhouse, breaks one tackle, leans for an extra yard, but I think he'll be shy of the first down by about a yard. On the tackle for Penns Manor, it was Mitch Hamilton, again, 3rd on the team with 56 tackles. So now 4th down, Homer Center, and a solid 1. They haven't moved the yard marker yet on the far side of the field. That gives us a better idea. And now they do move it. It is a solid yard. Ian Lee, 93 yards rushing. Mike Newhouse, 18 yards rushing on 10 carries. Penns Manor's Billy Packer said, key to the game, we have to stop Mike Newhouse. They have done that. Let's see who they hand it to here with split backs on 4th and a solid yard. Brzezinski turns, hands to Newhouse. Newhouse keeps the legs moving, going to depend on the spot. I think he may have enough for the first down. If he does, it'll be just enough.
They're going to probably measure, Mark.
Homer Center, I think, reacting like they have it. We're going to break as they bring the sticks out with 8:22 to play in the game. Critical measurement. We'll give you the result, 28-21, when we return. Homer Center with the lead back after this.
This week's game is sponsored by Indiana Regional Medical Center.
Enough for a first down. Homer Center, 1st and 10 from the Comet 16. Brzezinski going to keep it, come to the edge. Left corner to the 15, to the 10. 5, stumbled into the end zone for a touchdown for Homer Center. Aaron Brzezinski with 8:06 to play in the football game. The Wildcats strike again. It's 34-21. Homer Center over the Penns Manor Comets with 8:06 remaining in the football game.
Well, Aaron Brzezinski has, we talked about him not running the ball yet, but he was the odd man out here. This is a guy that we talked about being able to make these plays, and you can see great burst of speed. Colby Skoltedi, give him credit there. Nice seal block to get him to the corner. Boy, once he got there, he just outran Lucas.
Brzezinski, the holder, it's put down. The kick is up. Ian Lee got it with authority right down Broadway. Homer Center leads by 14 with 8:06 to play in the football game. For Penns Manor, remember 2 weeks ago, you snatched victory from the jaws of defeat. Can you do it again? We're going to find out from Homer Center's side. They hope not. 35-21 on an Indiana Regional Medical Center High School Sports Night on the 1160 WCCS MSA IUP Sports Network. Listen to this crowd.
All your professors, all of them, they know that all it takes is one dreamer with passion, one person, and they hope in each of you that you might be that one who makes a longer lasting light bulb, who writes music for the ages, who reaches into the mind and discovers a new star and who can change the world of a 5th grader. We're gathered here to hope in you.
Coming back, no bumper, Michael. As we come back, Stephen Dunn on the kickoff return, upended on a beautiful low tackle by Anthony Caruso, who scooped up a fumble in the first half and raced 75 yards for a touchdown. And Penns Manor is going to start this drive at their own 35-yard line. We're at exactly 8 minutes to play in the football game, and Homer Center leading 35-21.
Still plenty of time if you're a Comet fan, and they can still run the ball somewhat, but they're going to have to get some large gains here. They can't fool around with the time-consuming drive marks, so they're going to have to open it up a little bit.
1st and 10 from their own 35-yard line. Motion man is Bailey Mumaw. They give it up the middle to the fullback. Ethan Marshall plows for 11 yards on first down. Right up the gut, and Mike Newhouse and Anthony Caruso team up to make the tackle, but Penns Manor not opening it up on first down. They go again right at the teeth of the Homer Center defense.
And that's why it's curious that they ran that formation in that last series when they've been getting gains like that up the middle.
1st and 10, Penns Manor at their own 46. Play action pass rolling to his right. They look to throw back, and now it's taken away, and Kowalski tucks it away. And he gets to midfield, and Newhouse tackles him after a gain of 5 to the Homer Center 49-yard line.
He's just impressive, isn't he? Lucas Kowalski pulling the ball down. Homer had him flushed out again, and then he just made something out of nothing. There goes 5 solid yards. So they're moving the ball.
Homer Center, 208 yards of offense. Penns Manor now with 212. First Commonwealth quick stats. Time to be first. Whoever wins this ball game will be first and claim the Heritage Conference title. It would be Penns Manor's 3rd. It would be Homer Center's 1st since the conference was formed. As Ben Stutz brought out, word with that.
Yeah, you got a little. injury. I guess it is a cramp. Boy, how you cramp on a cold night like this?
2nd down and 5. And the give to Ethan Marshall. Marshall off left tackle. Couple of tough yards down to about the 46-yard line. Going to be a yard or two shy of the first down. Billy Grzanek on the stop, along with Luke Monco. Again, you could change Monco's name to Monster tonight.
He's played a great game on their defensive line. Homer, again, the big stop coming up here. They have to stop this Penn's Manor juggernaut. These comments just won't go away, and that's a mark of a quality team and a good coaching staff.
Ryan Cameron, receiver to the right. They have Steve Dumm out of the line into the backfield again, but it's a quarterback keeper for Lucas Kowalski, and Kowalski from one side of the 45 to the other, I think, will move the chains with 6:31 clock temporarily stopped. Ian Lee on the stop for the Homer Center Wildcats. 35-21, Homer Center, Penn's Manor. They are experienced in this situation. As a matter of fact, 2 weeks ago, they drove in 44 seconds, 90 yards.
They got all their timeouts yet, so there's a lot of time.
And they won the game over Ligonier with no time on the clock. In case you've been asleep for the last 2 weeks. Rolling to his right is Kowalski. All kind of time now flushed toward the right sideline, and it's stripped. It's picked up by Newhouse in midfield. Down the left sideline to the 40, to the 35, and Penn's Manor makes another mistake, and the Wildcats are in pretty good shape right now, you would think, as the ball was stripped, I think, from behind by Cody Miller. And Newhouse picked it up on a convenient hop.
As again, Kowalski just trying to make something happen there to his credit. And Cody Miller got him from behind, got the ball to pop out. Nice solid tackle by Steve Dumm on Mike Newhouse, who was on his way down the sidelines. Homer now setting up at the Comet 34. And again, another turnover, Mark. As you said, the Comets have been their own worst enemy here tonight.
Homer Center at the Penn's Manor 34-yard line. Power I formation. They give to the deep back lead to the 30 left sideline, 25-20, down to close to the 15-yard line. And Homer Center is in business again inside the 20.
Just a great job blocking up front there. That time the line did a nice job blocking for that counter. Ian Lee, tough open field running. And I think Comets have lost a little pick. They're going to have to try to pick up some energy here. I know it's tough, but these turnovers are just sapping their energy.
We have an official timeout. Lee, 17 yards to the Penn's Manor 16-yard line. Now they restart the clock halfway through this fourth quarter. 5:50 to play in the game. 35-21. Homer Center with the lead.
Critical turnover. Terrible time if you're a Comet fan.
1st and 10, power I behind Brzezinski. They give up the gut to Matt McAdoo. And the junior has a couple of yards to about the 14-yard line. On the tackle for the Penn's Manor Comets, it was Christian Marshall in there defensively. It'll be 2nd down and 8. Homer Center wants to use as much clock as possible. Ward Hilliard will have reaction down on the field after this game. And if the black and white hang on, it's going to be a happy bunch of humans, as Eddie Olchuk likes to say, NHL commentator. First ever conference championship, but time to go yet. 2nd down, 8 from the 14 of Penn's Manor. Same formation, double tights. They give to Ian Lee, comes to the left sideline, cuts it back to the 10. Mitch Hamilton tries stripping the ball as they knock him out of bounds inside the 10. Looks to be warded about the 8-yard line. Look at the crowd of people around the sideline where Ian Lee was forced out.
There's a ton down here. This is usually where they hang out down here. You can usually gauge what kind of crowd you have by how many people are standing down here around the 20-yard line. It's a lousy place to watch a game because I've stood there a few times, but they're there all the time, and they're really there in numbers tonight. They've been rimmed the whole field here. It's all around.
The football is at the 8-yard line of the Comets. Let's reset here. It's 3rd down and 3 from the 8-yard line. Straight eye, deep back is Ian Lee. Brzezinski straight up the gut, quarterback keeper inside the 5. Going to be a first down for Homer Center. With 4:36 to play, they stop the clock, and the Wildcats are 4 yards away from really putting this game away.
Well, how big a play has we seen out of Aaron Brzezinski here in this second half? He has just made some terrific runs that really have turned the game, I think, as far as Homer's offense is concerned.
We're going to be able to tell if Homer Center scores simply by the crowd reaction. We're behind the windows, but we have our crowd mic outside. First and goal from the 4. We'll see if the crowd lets you know what happens here. Brzezinski, again, quarterback keeper. I think that's your answer. Touchdown, Homer Center. Brzezinski's second of the night. And his 9th rushing touchdown. And the Wildcats are 4 minutes and 10 seconds away from their first conference championship. It's 31-21 Homer Center. Lord, we talked about resiliency and being tested when Penn's Manor tied this game up. Homer Center gets an A+.
Absolutely. What a response. Took the ball back down and scored. We're going to watch Ian Lee here try this extra point. He's been excellent.
And the snap is put down, and the kick might have been partially blocked. It's no good, wide to the left. But the Wildcats lead by 20.
This week's game is sponsored by Luther Ford Lincoln.
Back with you at Memorial Field for Homer Center, the Wood Chevrolet Drive summary. Oop, I didn't mark it down, Jerry, my bad. We know they drove 34 yards after the Mike Newhouse fumble recovery. And for the Wildcats, it was 5 plays, 34 yards. It took 1:55. Ian Lee approaches the ball. A little squib bouncer gets by Hanatko, picked up by Steve Dumm at the 28-yard line. And Matt McAdoo has Dumm, and down goes Dumm at the 32 with 4:05 remaining in the football game. Now, the one thing that both sides want to do is keep their cool, Ward, and not do anything selfishly with a late hit or an ejection that really hurts you as you head toward week 10.
Yeah, Homer has done an amazing job of not getting into these kind of things tonight, Mark, and that's a credit to the coaches, because you know they've had trouble with that all year long. Now, you don't want to be trying to rub it in. You don't want to be looking at a guy. You don't want to be talking to a guy. Tackle him, help him up, and get back to your huddle.
From the shotgun, Kowalski. Short drop to pass deflected at the line of scrimmage. I think Colby Skoltedi tipped it. It was Ryan Cameron out in the flat that pass was going to be intended for, but it had no chance, and it's 2nd and 10 with 4:02 to play in the game.
Can we please shut the door?
Second down and 10. Again, Kowalski from the gun, from their own 31-yard line. Sidecar to his left is Bailey Mumaw. Pressure coming backside. Billy Grzanek after Kowalski, and down goes Kowalski on the far sideline as Billy Grzanek tracked him down from behind, back inside the 30, and Kowalski grabs that knee that was injured, and Grzanek is also down. And Kowalski has really been playing injured the last couple of weeks. He was hurt at Ligonier Valley, showing a lot of character, and they're coming out, I'm assuming maybe it's that same knee. So as they tend to him, injury timeout with 3:48 to go in the football game. Indiana Regional Medical Center High School Sports Night scoreboard says Homer Center 41, Penn's Manor 21. Back after this on the 1160 WCCS MSA IUP TV Sports Network.
In the Communications Media Department, we have a wide variety of focuses to fit each individual's talents and interests. From our high-definition cameras and our professional editing software, to our motion capture lab and everything in between. The Communications Media Department at Indiana University of Pennsylvania has what you need. Visit our website to find out more about video, photography, audio, graphics, and more.
Clayton Stupik back to pass. as they help Kowalski off the field. He off under his own power, and the pass broken up by Ian Lee, intended for Bailey Mumaw. That one was kind of a floater up for grabs, where it had no chance, and it's 4th down. And I think Penns Manor's Billy Packer might say, you know what, hats off to Homer Center, we're going to punt the football and maybe call it a night.
It looks like what they're going to do, Mark. Kowalski's out, and he can't expect Stupik to pull another miracle he did at Ligonier. So Billy is going to concede that. They're going to watch again for the fake, but I think the Comets are going to kick this away.
And they do run the fake, and they're going to run a reverse, and Kowalski back in there as a receiver. He takes the flip, and he hits Hanatko, and they have a 1st down on the Wildcat 42-yard line. I did not see Lucas Kowalski sneak back into the huddle.
I didn't either.
The punter, Marshall, flipped it to him on a reverse. He came to the right, through to Hanatko, and son of a gun. Hats off Penns Manor. Beautiful execution. They move the chains, and they pick up just enough yardage at their own 42-yard line.
Should have known better. They weren't going to just give it up here. They got 3:21. They're going to try to score again, but do something here.
3:17, clock rolling. Homer Center leading 41-21. Kowalski from the shotgun, steps up in the pocket, eludes pressure, throws over the middle, has a receiver, Mumaw at the Wildcat, Louis Tate actually, 33. Anthony Caruso tackles him at the 39-yard line, so they'll move the chains again with 3:04 to play in the football game.
Boy, Kowalski has just impressed me. He's not noted as a passer, but he's scrambled, he stepped out of pressure, and he's been very accurate in his throws.
3 minutes exactly to play, and now we have an official timeout. I think a headgear problem for Anthony Caruso. Greg Page was wondering why he stopped the clock, and the official said, settle down, it's your own guy.
Yeah, he wants that. That's a long 3 minutes for Kalutim waving his arm to start the clock.
Kowalski under his center, John Stupik. Wingmen right and left. Mumaw in motion behind the formation. They give on a reverse. He hands it off to Tate, and riding Tate to the ground on his back is Jimmy Bentz, and a short gain to about the Wildcat 35-yard line, and Penns Manor calls a timeout. 2:41 to play in the game. IRMC Sports Night coverage continues from Memorial Field in Homer City. Wildcats by 20, Penns Manor battling to the end for the Heritage Conference Championship at Memorial Field in front of an overflow crowd. Back after this on the 1160 WCCS MSA IUP TV Sports Network.
This week's game is sponsored by Octogrip.
We had an interception by Matt McAdoo at the 15-yard line. We apologize for missing that play, but an acrobatic interception by Matt McAdoo salts this thing away for Homer Center. And the coaches have come down from below, and jubilant would be an understatement.
Yeah, this is something they worked so hard for. Keep in mind, this program was 0 wins a couple of years ago, and now you got a shot at winning your first Heritage title. 2:36 to play in the game from their own 15-yard line. And Brzezinski turns, hands to Newhouse. Newhouse hit by Mitch Hamilton and Nathan Dumb, but he rips off 15 yards, and I think the spirit finally has been taken out of Penns Manor. But there is a timeout, actually just a timeout to move the chains with 2:25 to play in the game. Yeah, Billy Grzanek was right on Kowalski there and kind of forced that pass up. A nice job by Matt McAdoo, who has just been outstanding all year on defense.
1st and 10 Homer Center after about an 11-yard gain for Newhouse from their own 26-yard line. Straight eye. And they give to Newhouse again. Hamilton has him again, but look at him keep the legs moving. Steve Dumb, he carried Dumb and Hamilton, which isn't easy, for about 5 or 6 yards, and he plows for another first down for 11. Michael Newhouse has not had a big night, but you wouldn't know it by those last 2 runs. I mean, credit to Penn's Manor, but wow, that was some kind of run.
He just trying to make up for some time where he just could not gain anything, and that is a credit to the call. They did a great job of bottling this entire Homer Center running game up.
Worth 6 more touchdowns for Homer Center tonight. They've scored 4 or more in every single game.
Yeah, and again, I think one of the big keys is the thing you don't think about is the ability of Aaron Brzezinski to run the football.
Brzezinski's going to take a knee. I'll tell you what, W.A., we might sneak you down a little bit earlier tonight to pick up some of the emotion in the Wildcat huddle. As this thing's going to wind down. I was looking for that little headset for you to hook into that thing. And they're going to take another knee. We're down to 50 seconds to play in the football game. 41-21 as Homer Center's fans are singing, and he takes another knee, but they'll have to run one more play, I do believe. Down to 33 seconds to play in the football game. Wildcats are going to win their first Heritage Conference championship. 22 seconds, 21 seconds. They'll take one more knee. And Brzezinski does, and that's going to be the football game. 2 years ago, the Homer Center Wildcats were 0-9. They've come back with this group of seniors and turned it upside down. Tonight, they improved to 9-0 as the fireworks go off here above Memorial Field. The Homer Center Wildcats are Heritage Conference champions for the first time ever. This game was tied at 21-21 in the third quarter. But the Wildcats, resilient, showed great character, scoring the final 20 points in the football game as the teams exchange handshakes. They win it 41-21 as the fireworks fly. Listen to their fans down below. And Homer Center will have their hands full next week if they want to cap off a perfect 10-0 season as they go to Portage, who is beating Blairsville handedly. Ward Hilliard is down on the field, or close to it. And we're going to keep it here. I'll tell you, we'll break for 30 seconds and come back as we kick off our first Commonwealth postgame show. Quite a display up on the hillside with fireworks. 41-21 Homer Center. Stay with us for our first Commonwealth Bank postgame show coming up next on the 1160 WCCS MSA Sports Network.